제87회 훨씬 덜 힘들어.
안녕하세요, hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Speak Korean. I'm your host, Lisa Kelly, and this is our 87th episode. And by now you should be thinking, oh, Korean's just getting a little bit more easier. Hopefully, in the past months, you've been doing your Korean studies aside from just our show, and your Korean should be improving day by day, so you should be able to say this. 훨씬 덜 힘들어. It's not as difficult anymore. Right, Stephen?
A lot better than it was, I would assume. I hope you've been with us since the beginning, but I know some of you joined us late, but that's okay. I'm sure it's still getting much easier, isn't it? 안녕하세요. I'm Stephen Revere, and I'm going to help teach these two folks.
Thank you, Stephen. 안녕하세요, 네오미입니다.
Yes, thank you so much. Hi, 저는 마틴입니다.
Now, we've talked a lot with Naomi, but Martin, how long have you been studying Korean?
Oh, well, in Germany I studied 1 year, and I arrived here 4 months ago. So.
I see.
Did you have Korean friends in Germany?
Yeah, I have, of course.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So you practiced with Korean with them in Germany.
Do you find it's easier to study back in your native country or when you're here in Korea?
Of course, it's easier.
Of course,
here,
right?
Yeah, but you know, come to our website, ladies and gentlemen, because we're trying to get study groups together all over the world. So just like you did it over in Germany, I hope that other study groups will get started on the Arirang TV Let's Speak Korean website as well in different parts of the world.
And I would assume that it's so much nicer to be able to communicate with someone here in Korea. It just brings you closer to the language. Anyways, let's get started with Let's Do It.
Let's do it.
이 책이 좋아?
훨씬 덜 어려워.
Today's expression is actually pretty hard to pronounce, and the first sentence we heard is 이 책 좋아? 이 책이 좋아? Do you like this book? I mean, it's a very simple sentence. Let's try it once.
Yeah.
You're trying to think of something to say. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. 이 시계 좋아?
좋아요.
Okay, what about you, Martin?
이 옷이 좋아?
좋아.
Okay, and here you're saying, do you like this? Is kind of the way you guys were using it. In this sense, 이 책이 좋아, is this a good book, right? It can be used in both ways, doesn't it? We've been over this before. Sometimes 좋다 can mean to like. Sometimes it also can mean to be good.
Yeah, is something good? I mean, would you recommend it? Is actually what they're asking here. And the response is, Okay, you can only say this with your friends now. You don't want to talk to someone that you should be speaking in the honorific form.
You sound like a puppy. Okay. Very good, yeah.
Hey, I'm just trying to emphasize it, okay? Because you don't know what I'm saying.
Just once.
And then our main phrase for today is 훨씬 덜 힘들어, or 어려워, 어려워. And this means it's a lot less difficult. So apparently this book is probably like a Korean book or a mathematics book, a learning book.
Right, and it's also not so difficult,
Yes.
is it? Right? Okay. 덜 어려워. 덜 is like less. And it's not that different from 더, is it? 더 is more. 덜 is less. 덜 어려워. You could just say 덜 어려워. It's not so difficult. It's less difficult, right? 훨씬 is when you're comparing things, it means much more or much less, okay? You're comparing two different things, and you're saying there's an extreme difference between the two, all right?
Right. And like Stephen said, be careful with the pronunciation. You don't want to say it's a lot more difficult when you mean a lot less. The pronunciation is very similar. 덜 and 더. Okay, so let's try that out. 더 어려워 and then 덜 어려워.
더 어려워, 덜 어려워.
더 어려워요? 덜 어려워요.
어려워요. He said in the honorific form. And, you know, I find I don't really say 덜 something very often. You end up saying it the opposite way.
And let's say you were to take out 덜 and 더. What if you were just to say 훨씬 어려워? Then you would be saying this is much more difficult,
That's
right?
right.
So the big reason 덜 goes in here is that you're saying it's much less difficult. You could just say 훨씬 어려워. But you know what would be even more common than saying 훨씬 덜 어려워? Koreans don't use 덜 all that much.
That's
It
right.
is actually used, they don't say less, they usually use more affirmative, positive phrases. So they would say, 훨씬 쉬워요. That's
Okay,
right, much
so
easier.
All right. And now that you explain that way, it's 훨씬 쉬워요.
Thank you very much. I'm
You're
trying.
welcome.
I try to
All right,
be
let's
the
try
best
that
teacher I can.
sentence. Be careful with the 훨씬. It's hard to say accurately. And then 덜 어려워.
훨씬 덜 어려워.
훨씬 덜 어려워.
Now let's try to say it's much easier.
훨씬 쉬워.
Or 더 쉬워.
더 쉬워.
Both
훨씬,
work.
I meant both.
훨씬 쉬워.
훨씬 더 쉬워.
Or
훨씬 더.
훨씬 더 쉬워. Go ahead, try that.
훨씬 더 쉬워.
훨씬 쉬워.
Yeah.
네.
Sounded kind of sounded
훨씬
Chinese.
쉬워.
훨씬 쉬워. No. 훨씬 쉬워.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, let's try it with some other things. How about like the weather? Okay, today seems to be a lot cooler than yesterday.
오늘이 덜 추워.
Good.
오늘이 훨씬 덜 추워.
Very good.
Nice.
Or when you want to compare people too, you know, she is much more beautiful than someone else. Can you say that, Naomi?
마틴이 스티븐 오빠보다 훨씬 더 멋있어.
Wow. Oh, you want to get the reaction here? What did you just say to Naomi?
할 말이 없어. 그냥 fine. And your turn, Martin.
나오미는 다른 여자보다 훨씬 더 멋있어요.
Right, and usually we want to say 멋있어. Okay, it means you're really cool, but when we say it to people, we generally mean that you're a guy. A
Yeah.
guy is 멋있어. But you can say a girl is 멋있어. That means she's cool.
Two of them just take
I don't get any compliments today.
Yeah, no.
Well, fine.
At
Then
least-
we're just gonna go straight to wrap it up then. I'm upset.
Wrap it up.
With Lisa.
And Steven.
리사, 어떤 책이 좋아?
이 책이 훨씬 덜 어려워.
나는 쉬운 책이 좋아.
Today we're learning 훨씬 더 or 덜 something, and we usually use this when we want to 비교해 something, when we want to compare something. So, since we have people from around the world here in this room, let's ask, what's something that's different from your country in Korea? Compare something for me.
Well, the Korean subway is much better than Italian's one. So, 한국 지하철이 이태리 지하철보다 훨씬 더 좋아요.
Very good. Okay?
So I will take the German beer.
Okay.
It's much more tastier than the Korean beer.
Uh-oh.
I'm so sorry,
his native
but
beer.
No, but Germany
So-
is
Fair
famous
enough.
for their beer.
it's famous for beer. So 독일 맥주는 훨씬 더 맛있어요.
Okay.
한국 맥주보다.
한국 맥주보다. Okay. Stephen, can you compare foreign women and Korean women for us?
외국 여자들은 운동 훨씬 더 많이 하는 것 같아요. 운동. 한국 여자는 운동 많이 안 하는 것 같아요.
I was hoping you'd say Korean women are very 아름다워.
한국 여자도 아름답죠. 아름답죠.
All right. Well, let's go over our expression one last time. 훨씬 덜 어려워. It's a lot less difficult. Okay, and hopefully as you watch our program, it will become a lot less difficult, your language studies. Okay, 한 번 더.
훨씬 덜 어려워.
훨씬 덜 어려워요.
Thank you very much. All right, please come back and join us here at Let's Speak Korean next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.